think you know about yourselves now that you might not have 4 or 5 days ago before the weekend?
I just feel like we know because it's been like we're all new here, so like just meshing well as a team. I feel like we know that like we can do this and we can compete with like some of the more top teams, I guess. So I think that's just like such a big thing for us that we got that weekend to just play together and just like really be cohesive as a team.
Just how important will that cohesiveness be with so many new players? You guys are all playing together. Maybe what's one thing that you guys have learned about yourself that has helped with that connection?
We've done like a lot of like mental stuff. Like we've had like a million meetings about like just like being there for each other. So like I feel like one thing I guess is just understanding that we all come from like different places and that we all like view things differently and like there's many different perspectives. So I think just having that and going in with a positive mindset really helps us.
Just you individually, just how's this transition going to this level? And it seems from the outside that you're making it pretty comfortable, look pretty comfortable, but does it feel comfortable?
It's really comfortable. Like I'm so excited to be playing at such like a high level. I feel like I've worked really hard and like I want this really bad. So I'm just like so excited that finally I get this opportunity to just play with girls who are just experienced as me and like just have fun, I guess.
How have you handled like expectation setting for yourself individually this year and kind of what you want to get out of it and kind of where you want to be as a player by the end of the fall?
I feel like I'm handling it well. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but I feel like I'm doing well. Like Trent, he's amazing. Like when it comes to like helping out with like things that we need individually. So I definitely feel like he's a main thing that's keeping me going with like my experience and stuff.
Is there an element of your game that you really want to feel like you want to be much better at the end of this year compared to the beginning?
Definitely, I think my serve. I really want to work on just like dialing in, being consistent for my team and going after it and like getting aces for them.
What's it been like to kind of be able to step on campus and then immediately become one of the impact players on the team?
It feels great. Honestly, just coming into this, I didn't really think that I'd be like a big impact because all these girls are just so amazing. So I wasn't really going to this thinking like, oh, like I'm going to be this top player. I was going into this thinking like I just want to get better for future things rather than like the present. So yeah.
Do you recall a moment, whether it was in a practice or an exhibition or even over this weekend, when you were like, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to provide some sort of an impact for this team, whatever that is this year?
Definitely the Montana game. I just felt like I like not to like gloat about myself. I just felt like I really did what like I was supposed to do and I was there for my team and I like kept a positive outlook on things and like kept us going. So I just feel like that moment I was like, okay, like I think I'm ready for this. Like I'm ready to get going into conference and all that stuff.
You had an amazing first weekend, and your accuracy especially was really on point. What worked well in terms of hitting accurately, and then with your setters, how did you connect well with them?
I think it's a lot about just like off the court because I have such a good relationship with my setters off the court that on the court it was just so comfortable, like having a connection with them and just like going through playing together for like those 3 sets.
It's exciting to be able to play at home.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Like we just went through a walkthrough of everything that we're going to be doing tomorrow. And I just can't wait to just have all of our fans here and like show love to them. I love cheering outwardly and like just connecting with the fans. So that's one of like the biggest things. Like the game's fun, but just like connecting with other people is just what really means most to me.
The fans are going to see a pretty much completely different new team from last year. What can you just tell them about this year's team and what they can expect tomorrow?
They can expect us to compete. We work really hard and like I think we're a talented team, and I thank the fans for trusting us because I know that we're a completely new team and like it's hard to just be like you don't know what you're gonna expect, but you can expect us to compete, go after it. Like we want to give our all to you guys.
What did you like about what you saw from the middles in the first 3 games?
I did. I liked how intense they were, and like we worked really hard on the scouting report and like our blocking and stuff. So I was just like really proud of them for really dialing in, like getting there and just like putting their best out there for the team.
Coach Trent just kind of talked about, especially at Big Ten Media Days, just about how he's kind of known for running a faster offense, but with all these new parts, it's going to take a while for you guys to get there. Do you feel like you kind of built a little bit more connection, and where are you kind of at with that speed right now?
I feel like there's always room for improvement, so I'm doing okay with it, but definitely with a lot more practice and a lot like just getting used to it, I feel like I'm just going to be able to like get better at it and be good at it.
What's it been like having Maya around as the only person who's been with the program for this long?
Amazing. I love Maya so much. She means a lot to me. Being the only person, she like knows everything. So whenever I need anything or any help, like I go to Maya. Like I love her so much. On the court, she's amazing. Off the court, she's amazing. Just all around, she's been such like a rock for this team, being the only one that was left on the team. So I just appreciate Maya for going into this with like such a positive attitude and for just giving all of her love to us.
Turning the page to Portland now, just what makes their offense really threatening, and what are some keys you're going to have to focus in on in order to win tomorrow's match?
We were working on it. They run a wide and a cash, which is a much faster set. So I think just some things that we worked on was like getting all the way to the pins and like getting head on ball and just setting up a good block and making sure we're pressing. So definitely some key things would just be really using our feet and like pushing in order to get out to the pin so that they can't like find an edge on us.
Were there any teams that you saw this past weekend that ran a fast offense, or were they pretty high?
They were pretty high sets. Like I think Portland's probably the first team that we'll encounter that's running such a fast offense. So it'll definitely be a challenge for us, but I think we can execute well.
What's that next step do you feel like the team needs to take in order to kind of prepare now with all of these non-conference games for a really competitive Big Ten schedule?
I think some of the next steps, we just have to go in like hungry for it. I think definitely like just taking time and like being intentional with all of our reps and going to film like with Trent or anything is definitely like something that we can do to like get better.
I know that you guys have a lot of players, not from like different parts of like the United States, but also from like all over the world. How has the language barrier been, and how has that grown?
It's actually a funny thing at the tournament. I'm rooming with Maria. She's from France. And I was asking her about a mansion, and she just had like no idea what I was saying. So she was like, no, like I'm not advanced at English. And I'm like, okay. So like definitely I feel there is some sort of a language barrier, but we're all patient. Like we understand, like I feel like we're not the type of team to just be like, oh, you don't understand this. Like and get annoyed at it. Like we're patient with them. We take time to explain new things to them. So yeah.
Do you feel like the on-court communication is good, but it's like off the court, you're like little things you're like
on the court I feel like we all play volleyball. Like we know I guess the terms and stuff. So on the court it's good, but sometimes off the court it's just a little bit of a barrier, but we work through it.